Hey guys, we're back again. This is the Spot Real Talk. My name is Tiara.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Ron.
And we are talking about Power Season 4, Episode 2 today.
Yes.
So stay tuned and we're coming right back with our review.
Good deal.
Busy in where the last one burned you. Know that ain't cool. Wanna show you how I'm nothing like him. Swear that's the truth. So you can't trust that
Alright guys, so we're back here. We're talking Power. And so Season 4, Episode 2 just aired. And man, I know a lot of people think that it's slow and that, maybe it's not as action-packed. But I think that it's so necessary to show all of the emotions and feelings that Ghost is going through while he's in jail, show how his family is dealing with it. And so it's going to be I feel like it's going to be a slow progression of action-wise, but information is this is stuff we need to see.
This was a very sensitive episode.
This episode got me in my feelings a little bit because I was a little upset.
Yeah, I have to admit too. I've
always
always hard.
You found a little love for Ghost now?
I did feel bad for Ghost. However, it's still Ghost's fault. It's still Ghost's fault that he's in there.
Exactly, but you can't help
you
but
felt
show
some
some
love.
empathy.
Oh,
Yeah. I was hurt. I was hurt for Ghost, and it looked like he was broken down.
Now, I wanted to know what that beatdown was going to be like. If we see Ghost, peeing blood, that's not good.
It was something.
Yeah, that was hard to watch last week,
it was really
too.
hard to watch.
And then even just seeing him struggle and knowing that he can't be Ghost, a Proctor is on his case saying, look, you gotta play it straight, be James, don't be Ghost.
Right, but I feel like in order for him to survive in jail, he's gonna have to be Ghost. He's gonna have to use Ghost survivor instincts. And Proctor,
I don't know about being inside, but if he don't become Ghost, he gonna get Ghost.
Yeah.
And you see, just fast forwarding a little bit, you see how Ghost, he's being tried up in there. Charlie Murphy done already tried him last week and got beat up by Charlie and the crew. And now, this other guy came in and is testing his manhood.
Yeah, he was trying to take those cakes.
I so like the way he broke his wrist.
Yeah.
You heard the snap, too.
The biscuit wasn't all he wanted.
Yeah,
right.
But Ghost,
he paid for that biscuit.
Yeah, he did. Ghost put the clap on him real quick.
Right.
Indeed.
And so going from there, I was just wanting to talk about Proctor and how he's been dealing things on the legal side. Because it seems like Proctor, he's trying to formulate a plan, but he's trying to play chess, not checkers. He's trying to gather the information first before he can really come out strong. And
I'm not sure what he's doing.
Well, you got to see that he has a formidable opponent. This guy, John Mock, is a shark.
Oh, no doubt.
So he has to go toe-to-toe. You can see that for both of them, it is a pissing contest.
But what is his plan? What is Proctor's plan? I don't know if he has really delineated that in his head right now.
Well, first off, you got to think about what this case is. I mean, they have DNA. They found a gun. They talking about they have under his fingernails, the DNA, all of that. They have his fingerprints. I mean, and then they think Tommy is Ghost. I mean, he has a lot of things going against him.
Proctor's client has the money, so go find out. He says he didn't do it. He says he didn't. That DNA was planted. So find a way to figure that out. Is this true? What is that DNA? Now I know he has to wait for the prosecution to turn over evidence and all that other jazz. That's cool, but we know he's
but I think
he does things the way he wants to.
Exactly.
Well, I think eventually he's gonna come out on top.
I do. He always seems to.
Yeah, I think he is.
I think he might go back to Angie.
Oh.
Because.
I think she.
Angie's a little. She's in her feelings.
Well, first off, he has no choice but to come out on top. Because you heard what Tommy told him. He was like, if I get locked up, I'm gonna kill you.
See, and that's the point. Tommy gets this. He has this sense that, what are you doing, Proctor? So basically, he says, if this goes sideways, I'm coming back.
Yeah, he had to put a little fire under him.
Yeah.
Right, but a lot of the stuff has to do with Ghost. First off, I mean, it is Ghost's fault.
Oh, God.
Because everybody told him. Everybody told him to leave.
Progress?
Everybody told him to leave Angela alone. No. Everybody out there.
And Tommy and Proctor both mentioned that they were talking to each other. And they said, we told him.
Look, let me just say,
Hindsight is 20/20, and we see that now.
Anyway,
but,
can I just say
what are we going to do now?
Can I just say to the husbands and the boyfriends at home that Ghost should be a cautionary tale for you guys. Do not be elevating these side chicks. And Angie should be a cautionary tale for you side chicks because she's not winning and y'all ain't winning either.
The grass ain't greener.
Look, you Angies out there, you take care of your man, there won't be.
Oh, Lord. Here you go again.
Well, you see that, Angie? The Angies, that's why Ghost is in the Bing. Messing with Angie.
Well, if you look at both sides of the story, because we got to see kind of where John and the crew were interviewing Angie, and then on the other side, Proctor was interviewing Ghost, kind of like a mock trial. Mm-hmm. And so Angie, they went in on her because everybody knows in that room that she was involved with both Greg and Ghost.
Right. Angie was lying too. She was lying because she was like, "Oh, we hooked up a time or two." Yeah. Ghost was straight up. Oh, we hooked up at her apartment at Truth, at the James Hotel. She was like, oh, a time or two. I'm like, and she was screwing them on the taxpayers' dime.
Hello.
Tricking on the taxpayers' dime.
And that's what I'm saying. If Angie or Ghost take this, then they both in trouble because it's going to play out for Angie like she is this, little trollop trying to sleep around with everybody.
She is.
Well,
Angie is a trick. I don't care, Jamila fans. Angie's a trick. She was sleeping with both of them at the same time.
I can see right now John Mark asking Angie to take the stand, whether she wants to or not. In fact, we discovered that while they were in their little,
Proctor should.
But that ruins the credibility of their whole office.
That's what I said.
And they cannot afford it. They can't afford that.
Oh yeah, Proctor definitely can call that. But then. I don't know. It kind of leaves the door open because
it gives them the opportunity to call Ghost.
Right.
It gives Ghost
and play out that whole jealous ex thing.
But see, Angie's got a bigger problem now because now they're caballing against her.
She didn't think about that. All she wanted was revenge.
Right, and she wants to. She wanted to be number 2 in the lineup or something crazy like that. So now they're caballing against her, and she overheard that. So now what do you do? Because see now, not only is her job at stake,
her reputation, everything.
Well, her reputation already
been tarnished, but now it could come out publicly because as you see, Proctor has been on the news. Yeah, he's making this a very public trial, trying to play the race card. Yep. And so if Angela has to take the stand and that becomes public notice, everybody knows about that, she's done.
Yeah,
she can't get a job nowhere.
I think she's done anyway.
She's done anyway.
I don't see her surviving this as an attorney.
Yeah, she's gonna have to make a career change.
Yeah,
and she was complicit in everything. Like there's so many things that she knows.
Not even in this case.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
With Nomar, with
everything. No, everything. She's dirty.
Yeah, she really is. It's everything. But even still, I wanted to still stay on this and switch gears and talk about how Angela is and Mike and their whole crew have gone and gotten the evidence and truth. Well, not necessarily gone and got it, but gone and planted it.
Oh, yeah. Donovan, you see...
Okay. Donovan. Look, can we just back up and talk about how Sachs was trying to make Donovan the token black guy? Yes. When they were trying to play the race car, he was like, well, we got a black friend, right? I was like, okay, Sachs. You tried it, Sachs. You tried it. You tried it.
Slow your roll.
Come on, step and fetch it. You can.
Right. Donovan said, nah. I'm glad he stepped up and was like, nah,
he shut it down, but that should tell him something. You planting state's evidence.
Mike ticked me.
Mike's fine.
Yeah, I was mad at Mike. Got to go. Mike was going to go.
I think Mike has to die.
Didn't Donovan know that that's what they were doing? Everybody knew that Mike was going to plant state.
No.
Okay, you don't think they did?
No.
You don't think Donovan?
Nobody knows that Mike is the mole.
You don't think Donovan?
No.
He doesn't. No. I think he
knows. No. Nobody knows that Mike is the mole. Mike went in there by himself.
I know that. I know they don't know that.
Yeah, he didn't know he was going to plant that. Yeah. Because they really believe that Ghost did this.
Yes, they do. And the fact
Mike the only one that don't know. Exactly. That knows.
And that's why he was so anxious to get up in there and go plant that gun. And he had told Dre to turn off the security system beforehand, but I don't think that system was off before he got to plant that gun.
You know what? That system, remember Ghost has cameras in there because that's how he saw Tatiana. Yeah. And so it's probably a whole lot of stuff on there. They probably see Mike in there. Look, he and Angela was going in the
that tape.
Yeah.
That's porn 101.
Yeah. So her credibility.
But what happens? Okay, you see Mike plant the gun on tape. Let's say Proctor gets that information. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the trial. I mean, there is no trial.
Well, I think Angela's going to be the first one to get that tape. Either Angela or Dre.
I think so. She's going to be,
I know
Dre might.
She wants to look at the fingerprint.
Her being Nancy Drew.
So my question with that, is she going to do something to the evidence? Might she do something to the evidence to cool this whole thing down?
Well,
because basically what they have is, they have his DNA supposedly under Greg's fingernails.
Well, if she finds out it's Mike, then she's going to have to expose him.
But here's the thing. I think the most damaging evidence is the fingerprint.
Yeah.
That puts you there.
It puts them there, right.
Okay, we could have had a skirmish 6 months ago, a day ago, as far as evidence under the nail. That is probably the second most damaging information, information that they have. But if she does something to that fingerprint, because I think that she, you and I talked about it earlier, whether or not she believes that Ghost did it. I think at this point she believes that he did not commit that crime.
Well, now that they've stepped up this charge, well, first of all, she was talking about how the gun was just found out at the bar drawer, and she kind of got a little suspicious because she knows that Ghost is not dumb enough to just leave a murder weapon. Not just a gun, but a murder weapon.
She knows it's the same guy that took out the whole New York network.
And the fact that she asked the question implies that
she has
somebody
doubts.
Planted the gun, and you're asking
I think
question,
she's having doubts. She's having doubts.
You're asking the question: Is that something that the court will believe? This is what she's trying to bring forward. So I'm beginning to believe that there are more people that knew about this plant than what has been.
I don't think so.
I think Mike is the only one that knows at this point.
Me too.
But I also know that Angela, now that the charges have been stepped up, he's going to get murdered, and it could be the death penalty.
Oh, he's got the death penalty.
Well, and that's why she's feeling bad now, because it's like, look what I've done.
Yeah, right. And now I feel like she's going to kick it in overdrive to try to clean up a little bit of her mess. Even though she has doubts now, but I think a part of her still knows what he's capable of.
Right.
But if she doesn't do some sort of cleanup, she's gone too.
Yeah. I don't understand why she can't see that she goes down too.
I think she's starting to see it now. Because when she overheard them talking about putting her on the stand, it became clear.
They ain't on your side.
They ain't on your side, and they would throw you under the bus. Yeah, they're not. Everybody, the whole room was like, put her on the stand, this and the other.
Well, how about how our girl Tasha went up there and confronted her?
Man, Tasha's a girl.
Oh my goodness! I know if she wasn't law enforcement, but I wanted Tasha. I want Tasha
to put the paws on her so bad.
She's always getting these surprises, Tasha, and the way she handles them, though.
This is why Tasha need to move on from Ghost, because it's just too many things. He done left her in the dark too many times. Like he just. You talking about they're supposed to be partners, they're supposed to be married, and he's been moving solo anyway, like even messing with the money, taking the money and stuff without talking to her. Well, he's always
to your point. Notori is pregnant in real life.
Right.
So do you think that could factor into this storyline where maybe Ghost to get out and her and Ghost to rekindle things and they'll make that a part of the script?
Well, I read somebody asked them that and they said no.
Okay.
It's not
because I was like,
but she was pregnant.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe there's opportunity because I'm just thinking how maybe they could factor that in.
She's going to have a new love interest. I already read it and I'm hoping it's going to be my boy Lorenz Tate.
Yes.
There is Love Hall himself. Yes. Love Jones.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but no, Ghost, I mean, he has been so disloyal on so many levels.
We've established that, though.
Right. He doesn't deserve any of their loyalty.
But does he deserve what he's getting?
He doesn't deserve what he's getting.
Well, on
the other hand, he killed about 10, 12 people.
I mean, I don't want him to. I don't want him.
If you don't have him for one of the 10 or 12 that he's killed, then
I don't want to see him go down for something he didn't do.
Right.
But I'm just saying, but he did not listen when everyone told him to step off this chick.
But I mean, on his behalf, he could not.
Always on his behalf.
He could not have seen it coming. He could
not.
Because he really thought he had
past the little head. We've talked about that.
He
couldn't see past, and look what the little head got him. He's in the bang, death penalty on the table. Was it worth it?
Exactly, and now you see the kids having to come up there and see him.
Was it worth it? You talk about yeah. Does it look like it was worth it to you? I don't think so. He looked like he looked like he was about to cry. He looked like he was about to cry.
I'll tell you off camera if it was worth it or not.
Okay.
He knows it isn't. That's why he don't want to say on camera.
But what do y'all think about the kids coming to see him? You know, a lot of people on Twitter seem to have forgotten about little Yasmine because we ain't seen her since season 2.
She was there last
season 3, episode 2. She was there, but everybody seemed to have forgot that Yasmine even existed.
I know.
They're like, when they get a third child.
Yeah, I forgot about her too.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna tell you the one I want to forget is Reek.
Yeah, Tariq is on my nerves. Tariq is on my nerves. I'm like,
I think everybody is done with him.
Yeah.
And which way does he think he's going? I mean, you know, he's hanging out with Kane, and of course he doesn't know that, you know, who he is. Mm-hmm. But
I think he's going to find out eventually. I think something's going to happen.
And Tasha's already on to him because she said, you know, your dad used to hang out with this guy named Kanan. You know him? And so the fact that she even brought that up, especially since Kanan is supposedly dead.
Yeah, and Tommy
she already got the wheels turning, and she like, something ain't right.
She's a smart girl.
Yeah, but Tommy
one day she probably gonna follow him.
I think she gonna follow him.
She gonna follow him. So? Find out who is.
I think so.
Yeah, either she gonna follow him or have Tommy follow him. Either way, Dre, you out of there. Cause once people find out that
Dre, that's another whole issue, man.
Okay, then
okay, Kanan jacked you up now a second time. At some point, when does this end for you?
You know, they say 3 strikes you out. So.
And literally, he will be out.
Because
that third strike, Kanan will take him out in a heartbeat.
Yeah. He better stop playing. Like I said last week, he better kill Kanan before Kanan kill him.
And for sure, Kanan will kill him.
He sure will.
True.
He killed his son. He ain't got no problem killing you.
And if Kanan doesn't do it, Tommy's going to do it.
Exactly. So he going to get the short end of the stick either way he go.
And see, he's better off getting Kanan because Tommy will come straight at him. And it's done.
Yeah.
So, but you know, you can't serve 2 masters. This is what we were talking about earlier. And you have a thing right now with Ghost and Truth. You got a nice little gig. Mm-hmm. You know, you're doing what you want to do. You're making the money. Mm-hmm. You gotta cut Kanan out of this. You gotta get him. You gotta get him before he gets you.
Exactly. And Dre is really bossing up. He been having his meetings with Karen every week.
Yeah.
Every week. Yes,
and you know,
it's probably some meetings for real. Because you know she like Dre.
Exactly. And then he got the business going. He's got the new drug employees coming through there. And he briefly mentioned Dominique, and I see her coming back maybe next episode. Mm-hmm. And she's gonna have an issue with those people that they're planting in the club. Yeah, and I feel like they're gonna bump heads for sure there.
But Tommy running drugs straight through now. I mean, you know, you're passing the drugs. Every bottle you're getting a Truth matchbox.
Yeah. Ghost's gonna be furious about
that. But now Tommy knows that they're watching him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, any minute they're gonna they'll come down on Tommy. What do you do now? Because now you got to move the product because this is where you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what do you do? Mm-hmm. He's moving the product. He's moving it through Truth. What does he do?
Well, speaking of Tommy and the drug side of it, he seemed like he's having issues with, you know, keeping his men in line, and people are going and speaking to outside sources for distribution and stuff.
I was going to say that, like, one thing, I didn't like the way he was talking to Julio.
I was like, he's been down for y'all for so long.
I didn't like how he was talking to Julio. I said, wow, Julio been down for a while.
And for some reason, I got a feeling that somehow Tommy going to end up killing Julio.
You know what?
I don't want it to happen.
I don't want me neither. I was thinking that too, because I'm like, and then it seemed like there was some jealousy, because he was like, yeah, I know Ghost, you and Ghost go way back, because he was like, I owe him. I think, the allegiance to Julio is, the allegiance is between Ghost and Julio.
Right. Not Tommy.
And not Tommy.
And Tommy's having real troubles letting go of his old role and just strictly being hands off. Like,
well, he can't be, but that's not Tommy. And
it's not.
And therein lies your biggest problem, which is why I said you got drugs moving through Truth. You can't trust your your guys that are out there working for you. Everybody's trying to get a piece for themselves. Mm-hmm. What do you do as Tommy?
And he's having...
Tommy's a cleanup guy, and that's all he knows.
He is an enforcer almost to a fault, too, because even when Julio didn't stand up for his men like he wanted him to, it was like, come on.
I thought that was a little...
It was too much.
It was too much.
Well, that was too much, because I think Julio did what he
When he needed to do it. And plus, he's cool with the other guy. So he let his boy check. Dude.
Right.
Who's that?
Cristobal.
Yeah,
he let Cristobal check him.
Well, I don't even know if
but Tommy wanted him to, like,
make an example out of him.
Well, Julio did say, you know, he tried to calm it down, and Cristobal just took another step forward.
Exactly.
So
he let him handle.
But see, I think the two guys that went back and told Tommy, they kind of hyped it a little bit. Cristobal had to step in. Like, okay, now y'all the hype right now.
Yeah, so they made Julio look like a punk in Tommy's
exactly. And that's why Tommy felt the need to go and run Domingo over. Because that was a funny clip. That was hilarious.
Tommy is funny.
Tommy
really is.
2, 10.
Exactly. And with Lobos being gone, Lobos used to be the comedic relief. But Tommy
is funny to death. He is funny to death.
He been cracking me up.
He said your fat brother could run. Oh, man.
And, you know, Tommy and Keisha's thing is even continuing this week.
Okay.
Wow.
And as we suspected, they getting it on.
Yeah, they got it in. They got it in this week.
Now I'm mad at Keisha.
But you know what? Just his actions, I can tell that, you know, maybe that was their first time getting it on, but that ain't his first time in that house.
No.
He been around that block a couple times.
First time or not, but... You know, Keisha's giving up info.
Yeah, Keisha pillow talking. Like, she was pillow talking. I was like, girl, Keisha.
And you know, it was almost kind of like a stab at Tasha, because last week we said she was riding hard for Tasha, trying to defend her against Angie,
and then
then turn around and tell Tommy all this business. Like,
but see, she harboring some resentment. It's clear because she's like, she took Sean from me. She taking my business.
Yeah.
She like everything I have, Tasha take it.
She might be the one to flip.
And you know, it was so awkward though, because I'm like, I thought you was riding so hard for her, but then you get your new man and everything, and he got you in your feelings. Now you want to spill the tea.
But I know she knows that Tasha wouldn't try to take Tommy from her.
No, that's not even.
Come on. So that's what drew the line for me.
And then she told Tommy about Sean. Tommy didn't have to know that.
No, he didn't.
He didn't have to know that.
And then you lied talking about Ghost knew. But he was too busy.
Ghost didn't find out until the end.
Yeah. Ghost didn't know about that. Because had he known, Sean wouldn't have been around much longer.
I think Keisha is catching feelings already. And I'm not sure that Tommy's on the same page. So he may like her, but she looked like she liked him a little more. Because when she was like, oh, you're the best in that. He was like... Your business is safe. Like, he guaranteed the business. He ain't guaranteed nothing else. Yeah, he was like, your business is cool. Yeah. I'm about to get up out of here.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And so, I don't know how long that's going to last, but no. I see Keisha flipping too, just like you said. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we also got to see an appearance from Kay. Our girl Kay, she is hilarious.
Funny.
What's up with the communique between... mother and son.
Oh, you know they got a dysfunctional relationship. It's funny.
It's straight up.
It is hilarious because one second they cursing each other out, next minute they hugging and kissing goodbye.
Yeah, yeah. And he gave her the car that was being bugged.
Yes, the car got the. I don't know who that guy was. I hadn't seen him, but I just seen him placing the tracker on the car.
I just figured he was a fed.
Yeah, he's a fed.
I'm like, it could be a fed, or is it somebody else tracking him in revenge for what he did to Cristobal's man?
If you look at the equipment,
Domingo.
You look at the equipment. That's
some Fed stuff. That's
the
government.
I mean, my first thought was that it was the police tracking him, but I was like, what if they throw us for a loop and it's actually somebody else tracking him trying to kill him? Because they said he got a target on his back. So I'm like...
It could be new enemies.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't want to jump the gun on that one just yet.
But I'm putting my money on Fed.
I believe so, too. Because I feel like they desperate to prove that he's Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Even though he's not. But
because that's what John Mark said, you know, wants to bring it... Proctor said that to Ghost in jail, you know, bringing it full circle.
Right.
Bringing it all, you know, bringing Ghost, or rather proving that Tommy is Ghost. And here you got 2 for 1.
Yeah, and then the Lobos kill, all of that stuff. And once again, Ghost's fault. Because he killed Lobos, and Tommy was telling them, like, we got to think of a plan. Mm-hmm. In the heat of the moment, Ghost killed Lobos. Yep. And they found the body.
They didn't clean
So that's what I said.
Everything comes back in together. And, you know, I'm also wondering about this new guy, Tony, the guy that's in jail. His wife is dying, and he's trying to scrape up the money for her treatment.
I'm not so worried about Tony. I'm trying to understand
Well, no,
Tony.
I think Tony, I really believe that Tony is Tommy's dad.
I think so too.
I think so too. And I feel like
he had a moment of introspection. He was trying to figure out.
Well, we haven't ever heard anything about Tommy's father. Mm-hmm. And so he's been this mystery guy. And all of a sudden, we get this new character this season that, he resembles Tommy. He looked like he could be his dad.
He got a shady past like Tommy.
Exactly. And, he got a thing for redheads like Tommy.
Yeah. That's true. I didn't even think about that.
And so the other part of that is... he's also trying to offer Ghost this protection in jail. And so he got his lawyer to figure out who this guy is. He's James St. Patrick. He's like, I knew he had to be somebody important. So that tells me right there that he already wants something out of him. Then once he found out that he had a relationship with Thomas Egan, he said, Egan, where's he from? He's from Queens? Yeah. Oh, okay. And that's why I was like, I'm putting two in that got to be his dad. Yeah. And he's going to try to exploit that relationship to get some money out of him so he can pay for his wife's treatment. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can see that right there.
I can't say anything about that one.
Okay.
I'm going to let you have that one.
I think that's my theory.
I agree with you. I think you're onto something with that.
Okay, and so I guess the last scene that we kind of got this this episode was of Ghost in jail, and he's calling Tommy on the phone, kind of like just letting him know Tommy's asking, how you doing? You holding your head in there? And he's like, no, like just straight up, like nah.
He asked him, he says, help me, and Tommy, what can I do? And
to take care of my family.
Exactly.
He just looked broken. Me, I was like, wow.
That's a man that knows he's going to die.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's broken.
Yeah, he's broken. Mm-hmm. He's a broken man.
I was like, wow, when have we ever seen Ghosts like that? So that was difficult to watch.
Exactly. And that's where I felt like so much empathy for him. Like
I did. In that moment. Don't look at me like that. I did. In that moment, I did feel a lot of empathy for him. I was like, wow.
Good, you have a heart.
I did, yeah. But you know what? He wouldn't be in the Bing.
Oh, God. You singing that song?
Yeah. I mean, it's his fault he's there. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not his fault he's there.
It's his fault that he didn't heed everybody's precautions.
Right. Okay. That's what I mean.
Okay, we got that.
Yeah. But, even still, him telling Tommy to take care of the family, I feel like I just have so much admiration for Tommy because no matter what they go through, no matter how much they hate each other at the moment, Tommy always going to look out for the family.
That's his brother, and he looks out for the family. He loves that family.
He does. He does.
And I'm like, I really wish I could say the same for Ghost because
no.
He
loves Tommy.
He does.
But Tommy, Ghost is disloyal.
Right now, he has a choice to flip or take the fall.
Well, we don't know what choice he's made yet.
Yes, we do. Because he already told Proctor. When Proctor said, "If I were you, if I was on the other side,"
he said, "You're not on the other side." He's saying that right now.
And I'm not saying that
I know for a fact. I know for now. Look, you didn't call him everything except a child of God.
First of all, Ghost is a snitch. He sent Kanan to jail. Let's not forget that.
But that was.
So don't act like he's beyond
that was a strategic.
snitching.
No, that's a strategic move. Kanan needed his ass in jail anyways. So
that was
so
his
they
boy.
Can take over.
But that was his boy.
But that's strategic.
Now, but that's how you do your boy? That's how you do your friends?
Oh, they weren't,
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Yes, they were.
And my only thing about that is I don't know if Ghost will flip, but I know he's capable of it. So I wouldn't put it past him if he did.
Ghost has been a rat before.
Now, you know Ghost is not going to flip on time.
My better judgment says he wouldn't, but this man is so unpredictable.
Yes. He is unpredictable. I mean,
you two. I cannot believe you two.
I can't believe you after all the evidence that we've seen in the past 4 seasons.
No evidence except one time.
He killed Roller.
He killed Roller. He sent Kanan to jail.
Okay, so he sent Kanan to jail.
He could have got Tommy killed. Tommy went to him last season and said, "Milan knows that you're following me." Mm-hmm. And he said, "All right, Tommy, I'ma stop." And he still followed him. And he still kept up his plan. And because he was trying to get out. So and that's what Tommy said, "You looked me in my face and lied."
And Tommy lied to him.
But it wasn't about it wasn't
that lie wasn't as egregious. Come on now. The lie. Come on now. Look at you. Look. What Proctor need to have you on his team? The way you defend Ghost. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, you might as well get suited and booted and get on the bench with Proctor.
I'm Ghost number 1. So
I see.
I'm all with Ghost. I'm all about Ghost.
Well, you see where Ghost is. You don't want to be there.
True that, but hey, you know,
Okay.
he got my back.
Well,
I got his back.
Ghost don't have nobody back.
That's what I'm saying. But in terms of the previews for next week, do you guys have any predictions about where things are heading now? Is Angela gonna try to investigate more? Is Tasha gonna follow Tariq? Is Tommy gonna lay low like he's supposed to?
Nope. Tommy's not gonna lay low.
Well, Tommy, he already
That's one thing we know for sure.
Tommy already said, I'm in. I mean, what I'm doing, I can't stop. We know he's not.
He already said, he told Proctor straight up, like, look, if I get caught in, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, if this goes sideways, you done.
Right.
So we know Tommy's in. So the question is,
I think they're gonna pressure Tasha. They're gonna try to get Tasha to flip.
That's.
Okay.
I mean, but Tasha's a G. Tasha's a G.
Yeah, that's not.
And she's also Ghost's wife. Like she can't
testify against him.
Exactly.
But they are gonna turn up the heat on her and the family. That's what they do.
I think they're gonna put heat on Keisha. I think they're coming for Keisha.
They probably are.
Yeah, and they're gonna be watching Tommy and his
Keisha already pillow talking, so I wouldn't be surprised if Keisha give up the tapes.
Yeah, she's
she needs somebody to talk to her. Tasha got to get to her first, because Tasha got to let her know what's at stake.
Well, Tommy gave her the blizzard, and she just started running her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he called it.
That's what he called it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, what about you guys? What about your predictions? I mean,
well, my prediction is that Keisha will get a visit from the federales, and
federales.
You know, it's going to make her nervous. She's going to, because right now she's really the weakest link.
She is the weakest link
because she's got a lot to lose, and she's scared as hell. So.
Right. But she don't know that Tommy didn't kill Holly, and she started running her mouth. Tommy would take her out.
I don't know if he want to go through that again though.
No, but he's not in love with Keisha.
He's not.
No. See, that's the thing.
That's a different kind of kill.
That's a different kind of kill. He was in love with Holly, and he was protecting Ghost.
Exactly.
Keisha can get it.
But you know what?
Right,
I don't think. You know why I don't think he would do it because of her son.
Oh, because of her son, and because she's so tight with Tasha.
Right.
His bond with Tasha is so solid. He probably would.
That would happen.
But I don't know.
It would take a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, it took a lot for him to kill Holly.
Not really.
No, it did.
Well,
it did.
I mean, look, Holly had it coming. You can't.
But he didn't believe that. Right. We all thought that.
Yeah,
but
you start messing with somebody's money.
But that was out of passion.
That was out of passion, and she had a chance to leave.
But Tommy,
she should have left when he told her to leave.
Tommy's a straight liner. If he tells you what to do, you do what you do what he tells you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
You go sideways on that.
Well,
we see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. I think this season is all about revealing the feelings and the background of what's going on with this case. And I think that, by episode 6 or 7.
5.
No, I'm saying when Ghost is going to get out. I think Ghost got to get out of jail by like episode 7 or 8. Like he definitely got to be out of jail by
that far.
Exactly, but I think, like you said, episode 5 is always a turning point.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that might be when they find that tape about with Mike doing all his shady business. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
I think Ghost is gonna be a savage when he comes out. And I tell you what, if he goes back to Angela after everything, he is a sucker.
We know now. I can tell you that he's not going back to Angela.
He better not.
He better not.
That's not a road to take. He won't take that road.
Yeah. Well, if he know what's good for him, he better not.
In fact, I see him and Tasha getting back, and that's going to be a stronger force.
Tasha getting a new man.
She getting Lorenz. That's
she getting a new man. Forget Ghost.
That's just a setup.
No, Ghost the father of her children.
That's about it. Because right now, I think she's trying to be strong for the kids.
But you can't tell me she doesn't love Ghost.
Of course. But I'm just saying,
there's only so much
you can take though, because every time she keeps getting hit with these these new unexpected insights. New insights. Angela told her about Greg. She went to the bank, the money was taken. I mean, it's just one thing after another. Yeah. I mean, like Ghost,
he really did.
At least he left a note.
Ghost.
At least he left a note saying he'd put it back. I mean, so that to me said,
Shut up, Ron. Shut up, Ron.
You already know.
Shut up, Ron.
You gotta
you would not do that with your wife. No. You would not. It would not be okay for you to take the money and leave it. Oh, I'm gonna put it back.
Yeah, but that showed the.
It would be big trouble in Little China if you did that.
Show a sense of sincerity.
Yeah, right.
You leave a note saying you're gonna put it back.
No, it's called being sneaky because you didn't have the courage to tell her to her face that you was gonna take the money.
He could have left a note. He could not have left a note.
This fool can't leave an IOU.
No, he could have left nothing.
Some kind of consolation.
Hey, it was stolen. Hey, anything.
Oh, another lie, huh? It was stolen.
Like I said, that's why you're in the bingos. That's why you're in the bing.
It was a smooth move, Coach. Leave that note.
Okay, well, I think that from here, everything is going to continue to unwind with this case. And I think next week is, like I said, every week they kick it up a little bit more. And I don't know how much more Ghost can take up in there.
Season 5, Ghost is out.
He has to be.
Season 5.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. He has
Ghost
to.
is out.
Yeah, he'll be out.
I don't know if it's going to be that soon, but he got to be out before the end of the season.
Oh, he'll be out before the end of the season.
So,
like I said, I think he's going to be savage.
That won't stop the hunt, but I think he'll be out.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we're going to have to wait and see then.
Right.
So, thank you guys for watching our review of episode 2 of season 4.
Yes.
Make sure you guys follow us. We are on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and we're on Facebook. And it is at The Spot Real Talk. It's all one word. So, follow us, live tweet with us, live stream with us. Let us know your thoughts, your comments.
And Facebook is The Spot Real Talk. Very simple.
Yep. So, follow us, subscribe to this YouTube channel. And make sure you tune in next week when we come back with the review for episode 3.
This is your home. Come on in. We love you.
All right, so we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Wait a minute. Let me get on her for a minute before we get off. Yeah.